Live from Metung. Tournament director. Got the coffee in hand. Bridget, wingman for the day. Go talk to some of the guys. It's rough as today, so it's a trailering event. So there's guys that spread all the way from Hollands Landing to North Arm down at Lakes Entrance. We got these guys starting here at Metung today. This is back at the start. We've got the finish location up in the bay there, the pub. See Steve Nadeski and Zacco. First Metung suckers. Scotty Towner and Dallas. Metung suckers number 2. Did you check out my results, how I did here last time? I got 1 fish in 2 days. But this is due. This is the year. Reese, he reckons he's going to punch across to Paynesville, but we'll see him back here in 15 minutes. Matt Kearton making a return to Bremen, and Chris Britton. This is your old boat here. I know you're not watching, and I still reckon it's your original electric because it's got Moreton Bay scarring all over it. Matt's back. Wally is back too. Kids, don't smoke. You'll end up like Wally. And Wally, but last time Metung saw this boat, it was not in this prime condition. It was a sandcastle mould. So looking good again, Wall. Got the full Hummingbird kit up the front. You reckon with this much gear, look at all this, Wally's going to catch 87 fish today. And the good thing is I've got the mic here, I haven't got no comebacks. So. And Dan Kent, ready to go. Unfortunately, that's going to have a bit of windage to that boat, isn't it? That'll scoot you around. But
the repair shop, so I've got a loaner boat.
All right. This is the loaner, is it?
Yeah.
Did all right at Malakuta. Got a few fish.
Yeah,
It was Malakuta, that was all right, wasn't it? So we'll be all starting at 7 o'clock. Just a bit of boat pulling before we start. How excited was young Tommy to fish with you, Scotty? He loved it. When we worked out, he watched you on AFC when he was 6. Yep. You should have seen him when he caught the first black ring. He was excited? Oh, mate. Snapped his doodle right off? That's all right off at the base. Yeah. He can catch him, that little sucker. He's up with Mario today. They've gone up to Holland, so he's about to get a real education about close structure fishing with brimline. Oh, yeah, I don't know if they're going to be doing that up there. Very good. All right, we'll go set this up in the boat. We've got about 10 minutes until we get started. Probably didn't hear anything they said because I've got the microphone around my neck, but basically all they said was that they're scared of Queenslanders. Although this won't be a minnow tournament. What time we got, tournament director?
It's nearly 10 to.
10 minutes to go. Longest 10 minutes of your life. Got Jack in the boat with me today. Is this what, your second or third ABT?
I fished some way back, but second more recently.
Yep. And we remember you from leading the Derwent.
Yes.
Last time we were in Taz.
Choked on the second day. Could have had a fish with about half an hour left, but
yep.
Didn't get in the boat.
Missed it. Well, that's tournament fish, especially in on boat. It's a bit of a lucky dip sometimes. Who you get, where you go, what happens. Second shot at the fish.
I was lucky to go with Crikey the first day.
Oh yeah, Crikey was on it, wasn't he? Yeah.
Went back real quick.
All right, let's charging up now. So.
Sorry, that one I had a fish on.
Yeah, a nice one, yeah.
And like I just caught one about 10 minutes earlier. Because we'll catch heaps of flathead and salmon.
Oh yeah, little spiky Mappa Tasmania flatheads, yep.
And then all of a sudden I've got a good brim, and then finally about half an hour left, hooked up again. I thought, yeah, this is the one. And it gets halfway back to the boat, and it bloody fell short.
Oh, you're still remembering it years on.
Yeah. It's vivid.
It's like the scarring.
That's so funny.
It's it. It's the what ifs. See me skyrocket.
braid? Or
I'm going to start off on braid actually, because the water's a bit darker here and just tight structure. You don't get that many bites. I don't want to lose them. But I have got a rod in there that I've purposely put under the deck that's got lighter line, so I can if it's getting tough, I'll go down to 2 pounds straight through if I've got to get a bite, and then worry about it afterwards.
Yeah.
But I've got the Daiwa with those crab rods, so they're the 7'8". Yeah, so just cushioning, keep those 2 little number 14s in the fish's mouth. So I've got 2 of those Daiwa crab rods. Actually, one's with 4 pounds straight through. That's got 7 pound leader, and then this has got 6 pounds straight through on it. So
I thought I was 6 pound leader bait.
6 is good.
Yeah, I think.
If it was clear here, I'd say maybe 4 or 5, but
On 4 on the plastic.
yeah, 6 on the things that cost more money.
Yeah, that's my thing.
I'm cool with that.
It's funny, you know, I know I used to come across him because he writes the article, Brett Geddes, you know.
Oh yeah, we know Brett. Yep.
His theory on, he wrote an article on it. He reckons, people are fishing too light. He fishes, that's ridiculous. He catches a lot of fish.
Yeah.
But he fishes 12, 14
Yep.
pound leader, but he fishes some gnarly fish.
Yeah, and dirtier sort of water. Like once you.
He fishes up the west, like
Yep.
Collins, the Latrobe,
Yep.
the Avon.
Yep.
It's unbelievable.
I saw on social media he caught a golden tag fish finally the other day. Got a payday, so.
I don't know how much it was, but yeah, he was trying
Be
to.
a grand at least, wouldn't it? 2 grand?
2 or 10, I think.
Oh really? It'd be nice if it was 10.
Yeah, he was wrapped. So,
The slowest 9 minutes ever coming up. See, normally if we're all starting from one place and everyone's ready, we'll go. But because we're all starting in different locations, we've got to wait till 7 on the dot. Yeah. I tested them out. They're all good. I just want to read out the places that people are starting so that people know on the live stream so that they know all the different... Oh, I might tell the person. I'll just read out the list. So, no, I'm not saying who's fishing there, but just as an example, here's the places where people are starting in Gippsland Lakes today. Newlands, Paynesville, Nicholson River, Eagle Point, Tambo, Eagle Point, Metung, Paynesville, Hollands, Nicholson, Metung, Mitchell Cut, Nicholson, Metung, Mitchell Cut. We wrote Corey. You wrote Corey and Corey McLaren's. Paynesville, Mitchell Cut, Mitchell, Tambo, Nicholson, Paynesville. So the whole field's spread all the way across. Yeah, they're going everywhere. I don't remember where Corey was, but you wrote Corey in there. Coreyville. It's like it's near Don Johnsonville. That's it. And they do, and look, that opens up. You know, we had last time, one of the few times, me, Scotty Towner was fishing this little 385 and could fish Hollands, so that was cool.
It's a good option to have it. If you can do it, and sail a boat.
Yeah. So we won't do it for all weather, but we'll do it for... We'll probably be trailing tomorrow too, I'd say. I looked at the forecast, it's the same as today now, so... It was looking good yesterday, but it's got worse, the forecast. But it might change again today, so...
We're still going off in...
Yeah, we'll still go off on order, I think.
Use anything else for water up in Malakuta, or?
I didn't know. I did try crankbaits a little bit, but top water was where it was at. Like on the first day, I was catching them on the pink rub. Well, I caught 1 or 2, but that was... But then I was really struggling at the start of the day. I only had 3 or 4 fish by 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then just from 10 o'clock on, I got into that area and it was just game on, so...
It was up the back of Fairhaven up
there,
so pretty shallow water.
It was, yeah, and the lake's low, so it was... We fished the sort of the top bay in there, and it was... Well, my electric was hitting the bottom at the shallowest setting most of the time, so I'd have to just sort of lift it up a bit and just sort of tinker around, and the fish were just in not this much water, so it was pretty cool. Like you'd hit the bottom, and you throw out and you can see the bow wave coming because the fish swimming across the shallow water. You can see it coming. It's like, here it comes. Got 6 minutes, guys. Come on. They're tired of sitting on the bank. Don't blame them. And it's cold this morning.
Yeah, it's a bit
It was
chilly.
warm yesterday. I didn't need to jump on it all yesterday.
It's definitely changed a bit. Humidity's all gone.
Yeah, it was humid yesterday. When you didn't have the wind, it was, felt like Queen.
Humid for almost all of Jan down in Victoria.
So there's been that moist air coming all the way down where the rain's been coming out of.
Gold Coast weather for summer January.
Yep.
Not usual. So. Where do you live, Steve? You in Brisbane or
Live in Brisbane.
Gold Coast?
Brisbane, yeah. And our office is about a third of the way down to the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
It's a good place to work because all the boat builders there's a lot of boat builders on the Gold Coast, so for the magazine it's pretty good. All my staff went home at the start of COVID and they haven't been back.
Yeah.
They're still working from home, so they all enjoy it. So
yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of that still happening.
Yep.
I haven't got that option with what I do.
What do you do?
I'm an osteopath.
Okay, so you got to see people.
Yeah.
You've got to scan them on the way in, make sure they haven't got COVID now. And all the medical practitioners, they're all pretty good about it. A dentist is like, you got to wait in your car and get your temperature. And
you don't have to completely do that, but you know, I've got a little temperature check.
Yeah, I suppose dentists are like in the COVID places.
I'm really lucky. I've got a very small clinic, so I don't have a big waiting area.
Yeah.
So it's just one person in. You know, they're not a huge clinic.
And osteopath is bones.
Yeah, we're
Back.
like physio or a chiro. It's like halfway between a physio and a chiro, really.
So someone comes in and says, sort me back out, and you're like, no worries, get me my hammer out. And we've all seen the social media videos of the guy with the hammer. You'd cringe at those, I bet.
Yeah,
Don't do this at home.
that's not part of it.
No. Yep. Oh yeah, that's what Grayson does, a lot of that stuff too. Grayson Fong, he's a acupuncture with the current. Yeah, where they put the needles in you, and then he says dial up till you're comfortable, and you're like, I'm tough, and you go, down. Is that Grayson's good? I've only been to him twice, just to fix up a neck and a shoulder, I think. He has a look and has a feel. He goes, oh, you can feel what muscles, and only whacks all the needles in, and you do a half-hour session, and you're right. So at least you just got to string it out to 2 sessions.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that because I've just used the needles by themselves, but yeah, you can do all sorts.
Yeah, he puts the electrodes on them.
And they do bloody work. I've had it done myself. It does work. But yeah, get your chance.
All right, we're getting closer. How good's that picture on the live stream? How colourful it is.
Yeah.
Bloody. I'm doing it through an iPhone 13 now.
Yeah.
That's the cheapest one I could find with a big wide angle lens on it. Just going to go and try and share the link.
Got a few boats and cameras on it.
Didn't get many volunteers. They're all a bit shy, but then tomorrow I just give it to them. So warm that sucker up.
Been following Florence Hill on YouTube as well.
Ah, yep.
He's putting out some content now.
He's loving it. He does a good job on it too.
He works hard. Slick productions actually.
Just our normal order. So, have you worked it out amongst yourselves yet? Nicole knows where you're starting. She'll yell out the ones, I think. Oh, I don't think it matters with this many boats. Just idle till you're out of the boats, but I think we're still in a 5 knot zone here. Yeah, Nicole, she'll run it. After you get outside the yellows, you're full speed, yeah, unless you're over 8 metres. I'll let you look about 7.9.
Most people got pretty big boats now. I saw one point, what was it, 399 states?
Yeah, still a few little ones in there. All right, let's go fishing.
Oh, good.
PFD on, Rob's the strap down.
What are your old boats? That one's got
Nah, Wally. One of Wally. Let's just get out of the 6 knot zone. I think we're good. It's going to start over on that bank there.
Yep.
All right, that's us. Yeah, this was packed with fish yesterday. Packed. Yeah, they'll probably all have moved and we'll have to work it out again, but let's just give it a crack, eh? Wind's running a different direction. Now, I'm going to start with braid and a heavy one, just in case. Early morning. Go light, yeah. If I'm only going to get 5 bites, like this is particularly savage. This one, there's a bit of reef under it, and that wind's really blowing us through. Turn the live scope on. Going to be a windy old cold day today, I think, on the water. Yeah, a bit of juice on it doesn't hurt. A little bit of a tangle of ropes in here too. It's a bit of an obstacle course, but it's a bit of an obstacle course. There's a few ropes in here you got to watch out for. So you're going to fish over those ropes. Don't be afraid of the air, drop it straight down here. I got a big yellowfin last time I was here, like right beside the boat. They're not afraid of the boats. Oh, big fish, huge, huge. Get out of there. You got the net? There's a, yeah. Right, got it. Oh, this is a big fish. Actually, I might be able to get him here. I got him. Yep. Come here, mate. Come here.
That's a massive fish.
That is a giant. Jesus. My line's around through. I'm just going to break him off through here. That is a giant. I don't believe that. He didn't even fight. Look at that. That'd be a kilo and a half fish, that. I'm going to put him down here. I'm just going to put the power pole down. And you can fish out the back to have a go at his mate. Well, I sort that out. That is ridiculous. How little did he fight?
Where'd he come from?
I just pitched it under there and it was drifting back towards the rope. No, he just didn't fight. He just shook his... You know what? That's why, because see how he's got one hook each side of his mouth? He just was fighting the crab the whole time. Yep. Oh, now he's fighting. He was just concentrating on the crab. He should have smoked me every day of the week.
That's an amazing.
That is huge. Is that a big ruler one? No, 40 to the fork it is. It's a 40 fork. 40 to the fork, first fish. Let's get him on there. Yeah, it's on the crab. I'll just get you to take a glory photo. That's amazing. All right. Let's get up there. It's so big. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks, mate. Beautiful.
Good stuff.
Thanks, mate.
Well done, mate. That's
Giant.
Isn't that first cast?
Yeah, about fifth cast, but let's put him in the app. That was a giant. Species, black brim, length 400.
Dark, wouldn't he?
It's an old trooper, that one. I'm just going to text the glory pic to Nicole.
It's one of those fish you see that you think you've got about 300 G's to go, you don't need it.
That is, I'm genuinely excited about that. That is exciting. All right, you know what? On the live scope, I saw heaps more in there. This is the one we pulled up, and I reckon there were 50 fish on it yesterday. on the live scope. We'll get back in there and I'll just got to re-rig a little bit. And my smartest decision this morning was to grab that heavy rod first up. Let's give us a little. That was 7. No. Let's get back in there and redo that.
Did you wax scent on the traps too?
Yeah, a bit of S factor or whatever. What doesn't actually matter what scent, I reckon. All right, let's tie that back on. He didn't even not even take one bit of drag.
Yeah, when you said I was giant fish, I thought you said I was giant fish here.
No, it was, that's right. That's all right. Don't worry. I was pretty quiet about it. It's like, that is a donkey.
Get the net.
Get the net. Then I saw I was standing on the net anyway, so a little bit of scuff on the leader.
Or you get the leader on the rope.
Oh, just on the rope. There's a bit of scuff, but I'll cut that out. It's a giant. That'd have to be the best start I've ever had at Gippy Lakes. Normally I have to scratch them out here, eh? You're working a fish an hour sort of thing.
Yeah. The crabs,
Just it was on. You start winding and it's.
You don't, it's not like a plastic sort of.
No, sometimes it is.
Yeah.
Mostly it's just, I fish them on a slack line, so when I wind up, they're just on. Okay. Let's get in there and try that again. So yeah, I throw it in, just feed a little bit of slack. It sits on the bottom and they just pick it up. So I'll take us, as soon as I fish this side, I'll take us to the other side. They should all be having their noses out the other side waiting for stuff to come in. So I just thought I'd sneak up the back here first to see how the current is running this way a little bit with that wind. But on the live scope, there's 3 or 4 fish sitting under this boat. I can see them right now. So you throw at them. Yeah, off at the bottom. Shells or live ones? Yep. That's good that they're live. Man, this is just full of bait, this joint. You can see on the live scope, there's just bait everywhere.
Yeah.
And this whole bottom of the system seems full of bait. I'm going to pull out now. We'll go around the front. It's going to be easier for both of us to fish. Yeah. I don't believe that start. I haven't been a fast starter ever, really. That was good. That's probably the biggest one I'm going to catch all weekend.
We'll take a good fish to beat.
Drop one on the front of that boat there. We'll work our way up and around. reckon they're all salmon out this side. There's 1,000 fish out this side. But I reckon they look like salmon, yeah. It's good to fish a crab because you don't often catch the salmon on the crabs. Oh, they're literally all around the... Come and have a look if you like. See them all out there?
Oh, yeah.
That's on the live, so they're just all out here. So never they throw it. Yeah, it might be bream sitting under them. I'll pull us up above it so we can throw along that front and drift the crabs into that structure. We're in 13 foot here. It'll be about 10 foot where the dock is. Yeah. Only when I'm fishing that real savage current down the mouth. Got him, got him. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. What happened? Oh, he just turned the camera around. He busted. Did he get back, did he? Got your back. Oh. What was that, 4 pound leader? 6. Oh, savage.
Maybe I think it's fairly tight.
Yeah. Oh, all they got to do is touch something and... I know. So my advice is if your drag's fairly tight and they're coming, don't pump and whine. Just like whine, like. I think you were just holding him. Yeah. I think I did say it was fairly savage. This place, it'll get you. It was. It's going to try and spot lock us here so that we're from a stable base.
Oh well.
And to rub salt into the red, another $20 crab down the toilet.
Yeah.
That's why you buy, mate. If you had a choice to lose them to a snag or lose them like that, you'd lose them like that every day, wouldn't you? It lived its best life.
Yes, they too. Didn't have a long life. Oh. You had some weight.
Yeah, they're big fish in this one, eh? You rarely catch fish under a kilo in this joint. Yeah. Yeah. Like I go pretty hard on them from the start. I'll get them coming at you. Yeah. You're like, yeah. Yeah. And then you just got to whine like hell, I reckon.
Probably crank him out of there a bit harder.
Yeah, anyway, it's all...
right, they're a pain to take out of the bucket, okay?
They are.
Saw in one of your videos that you reckon like you got to keep the legs.
Yeah, you got to look after the legs when you're storing them.
Seems to make a big difference, does it?
I reckon so.
Are you able to straighten them at all?
Yeah, you put them in hot water.
Yeah, okay. Crab lesson number 1 for me.
We've all learnt this lesson over the years. I tell him, Builder Mick, my non-bait last time, he got done exactly the same way last time. It was.
I reckon bottom on the leaders.
Yeah, all he's done is, you would have got him if you hadn't hit something. So I think now you know how lucky I was to get that giant out from behind there that was the other side of the rope. It's like, yours is pulling like a steam train.
There's lots of
There's a bit of luck involved in this whole thing.
Oh, look, I mean, a bit of experience and skill as well, I'd say. Yeah, not much. You ever gone up to that creek that goes around?
Yeah, we had a house on it actually one year, and there's some real big fish up there, but man, they're hard to catch. In that Chinaman's Creek, or whatever it's called.
There's a few little creeks that go off up here, isn't there?
Yeah. While you're getting rigged up, I'm just going to sneak around behind again. Get another hit them from the other angle. And we will bounce around a bit, but I'm just going to see, because there were so many fish on this yesterday, I'm just going to see if we can milk a few off it before we rest it. Because there's enough boats around here today to be, if you leave it, someone else might come in and pound it. So. Man. Nah, I saw a few. You never see that many fish in here because it's hard.
It's not easy fishing.
It's not easy fishing and you don't get a lot of bites. So if you rock up here and fish through it in practice and don't get a bite, you're like, screw that. And it's not good every year. Last tournament I fished here, I came last and caught one fish. So. And I also think at this part, I don't think the fish are here all year. I think they're here in summer and they're not here when the spawn's on. So, yeah. So they're just transient. Mm. I don't know if I don't know if it washes them down or not. I don't know what black bream do in the flood. So.
I think I do. Unless there's some salt reaches or some salt under.
Yeah. The blacks don't give a toss about salt, really, do they? They spawn in nearly fresh.
But I still think like in summer they're after a little bit.
They want a bit.
I don't know. I'm not an expert. Like I think they don't mind water.
Yeah.
I don't think that's in the mud anyway.
That is gnarly where I just threw that.
was exactly as you said, like, sort of facing into the current.
Yep. Yeah, and the crab just drifting down into it. We're going to drift down and fish these boats. I think we might have spooked them a bit on here.
And then when you ever use the light scope or not use self-esteem, you actually shouldn't stay outside. Stay outside and like my whale on the pod.
Oh yeah, and them showing you the cod swimming around. They're pretty cool, aren't they?
Having me to play pod, I'm up to your lure and then
Yeah. It's pretty good for a guide. He's like, well, you know, I put you on it. He was looking at it. That's right. Can't make him eat it. That's a fish. Don't feel that big, that one. I told you they're not kickers, but they're... Okay, let's get him there. Thank you. That'll do. Just a number 2. The baby, this is the smallest fish we're going to catch all day, any luck. Come here, mate. Come here. Come here. That's right. Everything counts. He's probably legal, actually, if it was the old 29 tip length. Number 2. Worry about the glory photos for those ones, the little fellas. So don't let him jump in.
that's the
I've had lost one over the back before without measuring him.
you want to bloody jump it.
Normally you should do it in the cockpit, but yeah. I got the photo of him.
I was thinking about that last night. I thought, oh, geez, what if these high deck boats bloody pushed out where you're trying
Yep.
to take photos? I thought you had to polar fishing.
Oh yeah, screwed that up. Well, they're just little ones like that. I thought, oh, the lines aren't going to break. 290, I think. Or was it 28? I don't know. Cold sorted out. Right, got to write him in the book too. Actually, forgot that first one. Got a bit excited. No, it looks really good. So it's a 7.
That'll keep your people psyched out if they see that up.
This is 730. We caught a 290. Okay, I'll put that back under here. If it was Malakuta, I'd leave this out because we're using it all the time, but I don't think we're using it as much today.
Yeah, I don't want to fish totally loose drag in case
No.
they do you.
That's right.
Fish a bit of tension,
It's the balance. It's whatever you're comfortable throwing. Well, I better have another throw here now since we've got fish that throw. That was sitting on the bottom for quite a long time, that one, on the outside of that boat. Yeah, I just threw on the outside of the boat and sat it down there. And... Yep, just dragging it. You don't want to pop it like a plastic. You just want to drag it. So I want to lay that line down so it doesn't get caught by the wind, and I literally fish it, not feeling it at all. Basically, it's just sitting there. Yeah, and just have it, and I don't want the loop billowing all the way out. Lay the line down, and then I'll feel for it like, none there, but just let it sit on the bottom again. Get a bite. There could be pinkies out here too. You find if you get that real rattle, 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 that's a pinky usually. Yep. So lay the line, see it's in a straight line downwind, so the wind's not pulling the crab along. And then I tend not to wind, I'll probably tend to drag it. And then sort of take that slack up and just don't have that big like loop like this hanging in the air. Because it'll make it, It's 100%. All bream fishing is about managing the line, I reckon. Yep. It's actually got a lot to do, like mending the line with trout fly fishing too. You sort of just got to keep the slack off the lure. We're going to drift down now and fish these few boats here. I've never caught heaps on these boats, but they're worth a shot. Nah. Yep. Not on everything, that's for sure. Doesn't feel like yesterday.
You went out of your shorts.
Yep, no jumper. I had to dig this out of the
Wind down early.
Actually, this is the first time I reckon I've water jumping nearly the whole time. Yeah, it didn't blow till it was nothing, and then it came through at 11:30 or something like that.
Yeah.
We'll go around, sort of fish the front of this and then behind it as we go around it. When Grayson and I were fishing last time, it was so rough. We put the spot line. We both stood down the back. Throw one on this pole on the way past. Drop one on that pole. It's worth a shot. Yeah, wind it back to this side, yeah, and then because there's going to be a little bit of current pushing that down. Yeah, it's only 3 foot over a bit of weed in here. But this might be good later in the day when the sun's on it and all these flats fish sort of push back under it. Yeah, just to get out of the sun. They don't love sitting in the sun. What's that rope? Look out, there's a rope here coming off it. You can, but it's a bit weedy, and I've never done that good on the edges in this joint. All right, next one. Going to fish it on the windy side of it, I reckon. Oh, yeah. Switch out, make sure that rope's not dragging. I think it's got an end on it there, yeah. It's all right, go over it. Well, if you kill the fish, we'll... Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they got two in the end, actually. I got one on the way down, then one on the way back, so... And a whole lot of salmon in between.
Yeah, not a bycatch yesterday.
Just salmon. And the salmon weren't while we were fishing bream, it was just saw them biting, so we went and caught some. Queenslanders are a novelty, you know. We don't catch salmon very often. Once every 10 years, you get a school come up over the border. We don't get the cold enough water. Water gets down to only about just under 20 degrees in winter, so. Yep.
Big ones in winter, 2-3 kilo off.
Yep.
Big one.
All right, we're going to move after this cast. Millions more salmon here too. That side, there's a zillion salmon. Nah, they just look like they're all that. Yeah, just little ones like this. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's get out of here. Just going to move up into this next little bay. Just going to stop this dragging into that boat.
That olive colour of the crab seems to be the best.
Yeah, well, it's what everyone ties on as well, so.
Well, that's good.
Gonna fish this little stretch of jetties here. They look like nothing, but they've been good in the past.
There's a lot of structure. That's the one sticking in the water.
Yeah. I think each year I've worked out it's never the same jetties twice, although that one, it was the same jetty twice, but with these ones, sometimes it's this one, sometimes it's the end one, there'll be a school on it, and if you can go back and hit them, like rest them an hour, go back again, rest them an hour and milk it. Like I've never come in here and caught 20 fish off 20 jetties. It's always been 3 off one, yep. 3 off one, 3 off the other one, and then none off 50 other ones. It's just, I think the wind hits it sort of funnels through there, so it's actually quite pleasant in here, isn't it? So with, 13 feet, so don't be shy of just throwing it out, and I just soak it on the bottom here a fair bit. Just put it right nice close to a pylon like that, lay your line out and just, you can watch the line to see if it ducks off, but when, sometimes I try to put a loop, see how I put a loop in it? So I lay it down and I loop it back on it, so then if so I can then see that line dart off. It's a thing I use a lot for aquas when I'm fishing the aquas, because the yellowfin aquas, they run off with it a lot. So as soon as you can see it running off, you can have a swing, Go to the next one. I used to go looking along these beaches looking for fish, but I gave up on that because I never used to see any. Nah. And today it's, normally the water's quite clear in here. Like it's not muddy, it's just that's tannin stain, so. Oh, definitely they would. Just not the times I've been here. I actually think it's an advantage that I fish here so little, because I don't know what else is going on. If that's what I catch them on, I'm quite happy to do that all day, to the exclusion of any other stuff that worked 10 years ago.
When you're going down the canyon, you get a chance to fish a few other places that aren't doing it now.
Sometimes I love the swan. Swan River in Tassie just.
I'd love to fish the Swan. That'd be.
It's got the oyster racks in it, and I reckon I've caught my biggest ever bag of bream in that joint. Yeah. Probably like high 7 kilo bag, I reckon I got there. Nothing smaller than 40 fork in the limit. All around the racks.
Really?
Yeah, awesome fun. You throw in, you see the nose come out, just go boop. You know, just okay, I'll set log on that. And then the oyster racks got no oysters on them. They're all clean. The oysters are all in cages. So, like at Foster, your line hits a rack, it breaks. In Swan River, your line hits a rack, it polishes it up nicely, and it comes back better than you started.
Well, that's better than. Well, it'd be easy to get out, will they?
Oh yeah, if they run you through all the racks, you just. Oh, what was that? If they run you through all the racks, they you just wind them back out.
Yeah.
Just damage the line a bit.
Dad and I've gone over and done a couple of charters with Michael Haley.
Oh yeah.
Up at Anson.
Yep, Anson's is all right.
That was good fun.
That's Jurassic Park, that joint.
Yeah. There's none in the structure. We were mainly getting up the river.
Yep.
Like around to November time. But I mean, you got them at the lake as well.
Well, that time of year they spawn up there, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You seen many on the?
I'm seeing lots of salmon. I'm not seeing many bream at all. A lot of bait, a lot of salmon. Not much else at the moment. Now it's in here, it feels hot. I feel like taking my jacket off, but as soon as we get in that wind again, it's going to be freezing. All right, we're going to do the next dock, I think. The prime parts of these docks are usually those outside corners. So if they're not there, they're very rarely back up on the legs. Whereas in systems that are more tidal, they definitely, like in Sydney Harbour, they sit on low tide, they sit at the front and they come up as the tide comes up, yeah.
Looking forward to getting back down to the gym. I love that.
Yeah. Everything's giant, isn't it? Actually, last time we went down, it wasn't. There were small ones. Yeah. The first time we went there, the average size fish weighed was over a kilo. Oh, it was. There was one dude came 11th once with over 10 kilos for 10 fish. It's like, how can you come not even in the top 10 in a 25 boat tournament with over 10 kilos? Yeah. Oh, you know, you're still happy you've had weekend fishing of your life, but at least you get a badge for that or something.
I come. Oh, well, yeah, it's good to do well and what I just want to improve the system.
Yeah, it's
Better.
at the end of the day, it's for what you learn. It's cheap, I think. Really, I'm going to go my lighter line because this I think is not. We're going to have to talk them into biting in this calmer water. Yeah, they don't mind, I think, but. All right, next one. There is still, this way, it is alive with salmon. I do not know how many there are, but there are millions. I don't know. I don't think there's enough. I don't think there's enough here. It's not as if. Yeah. I agree, but they're just not feeding, they're just milling around, those ones.
Yeah.
Interesting, you're about to go over a broken pylon and tyre just here. Which I didn't even know was there.
I suppose you don't get a chance to have a look at the rest of the lakes.
Nah, you just sort of, all your pre-fishing is done in tournament time, so.
It probably helps you because you're not running around everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Like I only caught one fish on the pre-fish at Malakuta. Oh, I caught one, all right one. I caught one about this big, like a key ring. Yeah, they're nice, aren't they? Nice and soft. Yep. No, those new spikes are nice as well, I agree. Oh, yeah?
Just the other day.
They're nice, aren't they? What's that, the 6'8"?
No, this is seven foot,
7-footer? That's the general purpose one, yeah. No, they're nice. That's the one I use for plastics actually as well, that 702. Normally you can sort of skip them up under these jetties, but that lake level is really high at the moment. Be dangerous. Yeah, last time we fished here, or no, the time before actually, it was at this one here. Every time you come back to it, you get a good one off it. Don't know why it didn't look that flash, but you don't ask the questions. You just take them, take the fish. Say thank you, take the fish. Didn't make it. Nah, it's not an easy cast, that.
Oh, there you go. That's how it's done.
Often the last you see of your crab. All right. I'm thinking we might go back and we'll do that one again when we started quickly and see if we get a quick fish off it, and then we're going to go and do some other docks around the place. I'm just getting the feeling that that dock might be the one that replenishes.
Sounds like a plan. So do you think like more fish from the gondolas, or
Nah, just the different ones feeding. They just forget they just got whacked.
yeah, they just. So when you say replenish, they just sort of have a rest and then they're ready to go
Yep.
again.
Yep.
Well, we knew there was a few on there.
There you go. So the scoreboard's starting to tick now.
Are you one to look at the scoreboard?
I like looking at it, yeah. So I like seeing it's working. So there you go. Your old man's got one.
Oh, he's got one.
A little one for
What's he got? He's got
280 grams, a little fella.
He's got a little one.
He's on the board at the moment. So
How are you going in the boaters?
I got 2 for 188.
Crikey.
Crikey's second in there. So it's not until about midday that starts leveling out, but it's good that it's all working. So
I don't know if it's good or it's bad. You can look at the scoreboard if you...
I don't mind. I've got a vested interest in knowing that it's working. So
Yeah, you can't be too worried about what other people are doing.
it won't change my decisions at all.
Nah, it's fair enough. Well, that gives me extra. I've got to beat the old man.
You want to beat him? That's right. He's only got one little one at the moment.
That's all right. I can catch that hopefully.
Yep. I liked it actually. It's under the deck at the moment because it's got the it's nice and smooth. I can't really tell the difference between a lot of the MQ Daiwas. They all feel good to me.
Yeah, they do.
The more you pay, they get a little bit lighter, but
Yeah.
things like crab fishing, like this is just one of the cheapies. This is one of the what's that? That's a Bream, yep.
You like them?
Yeah, it's fine. It balances the rod nicely. So yeah, if the reel's too light and the rod is long and heavy, then I'd rather be balanced than.
Yeah.
It's not as if you're going to tie yourself out.
I like how light they are.
Yeah.
That empty is so light.
Yeah, they are nice. They're smooth and might hit the spot lock here. See if we can line you up on that front again for round 2. No, it's all good. You're good. Got him? Oh, no. Little pinky. Yeah, you can tell when they rat-a-tat it. Is it a bream? I'll let him if it's a bream.
You might have just...
Oh, no, he's all right. Yeah, he's bream
it's a
bower.
pinky, yeah,
Nah,
it's
it's a pinky. There you go. Just watch the hooks get caught in that net a bit, eh?
Yeah.
If you want to pole him. That's a big pinky. I've never seen one that big in here.
Red bream.
Yeah, don't think you'll get that past Nicole, but...
What did you edit photos? I like black and white.
Photoshop him. Oh, there he goes.
I just say I like black and white photos.
I'm gonna sit down with you here. You go on the inside, I'll go on the outside. Spot lock it and we'll both fish back in here.
Rattled it.
Yeah, you can really tell the bite, it's a real yeah. Bream don't do that. Bream are just like maybe a one clunk, you know, on there. I'm getting rattled there. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Sometimes you get the rattle, rattle, rattle though, and that attracts the bream. So if I feel a rattle, rattle, I won't set on it. I'll just sort of let the bream come and try and steal it off the snapper. That happens all the time.
Does it?
Oh yeah. Best presentation to a
Strike on the rattle, see if
Nah.
anyone else grabs it.
Yep. Best presentation for a big bream is some other little fish with the bit of food that it wants, and it'll just beat them up to the point where if you hook a little one on a crankbait, there's a big one following it. Just always free spool that little one. The big one will come and I reckon at 25% of the time it'll get them and it'll hook up.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you got to know that there's one sort of following it, but happens all the time.
Had it a few times over the years where you snag.
Yeah, in the dirt, won't they do that a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to flick it off the snag, and then all of a sudden it's
Down the Glenelg when I fished down there as well, on those rock banks and the rock bars down there. In Western Victoria.
yeah. I've been there a few times. Don't mind the Glenelg. It's a very interesting country.
A lot of small fish.
A lot of EPs too.
Yeah.
Old EPs love a pink grub in that joint.
Always good fun.
So for the live viewers, we've been going about an hour now. I've got 2 in the box. Jack's got one with his crab still in the mouth, rampaging around this jetty somewhere. Try one in a little bit. Try one a bit further in. Because where I caught that one was basically like where that rope's going down there. It was about that far, and I reckon that was pretty close to where you hooked yours as well.
Yeah, mine was sort of,
Yeah.
further in, yeah.
It always looks good, that white water sort of punching on it.
Well, it's supposed to be washing stuff off. And
They always stick their nose into the current, I reckon. Looking for stuff to come down. I'm going to push the nose in behind there again, and then we're going to go to some different docks.
You're not in a hurry to put the bar line straight away with the car.
I'll lay it down.
Yeah.
I'm in a hurry to lay the line down. So if I'm fishing across the wind like this now, I'll throw into the front of that boat and then put that line straight down. Yep. See how it's not going to get pulled by the wind there now?
Lay it on the water.
Yeah, then I can deal with, and that'll sink properly now where it won't get dragged by the line. Yeah. You can throw over the top of me. I'm going to wind it. Throw halfway down that boat if you want. Yeah. Old Jessica.
He's got a big brother.
Yeah. Big grandmother.
those, the ones to get.
Yeah, I'll put us up to the rope and easy to fish over. The first one was over the rope. If I hook the fish, I'll just put the electric on the rope and hold him out that way. Got him? Come up the front, up the front. Just gonna get the net from out of here. Oh, he's a big boy too. Get him out of there, get him out of there. Pull him back this way if you can. Oops, it's all good, it's all good. Come here, mate, come here, come here. Don't go in.
No,
Come here, come here, come here. Get in there, get in there. You got him. Look at that thing. Yeah, that's him. So do it all down to the cockpit so he doesn't jump in. He was nice and shallow, that one, wasn't he? Yep. That's a kilo fish, easy. Easy. Got the old man covered right now. Ruler's there, yep. Sing out if you, I'll take a glory photo for you. So just close mouth. I'm just sort of holding us in position here. Shut the mouth and that's, yeah, look, that's a 38. Oh, straighten her up, she might go longer. 38 and a half.
38 and a half.
Yep, it's all right. Get your phone out, take a photo on the camera roll. Jack's just got a 38 and a half there out of the mean country. He's 1 from 2. Yeah, you do, actually. I should have put mine in as well too. So it's just on the end of the string on the motor. See the red string? Yeah, just take it off that and put it next to the ground. Should unclip. Beautiful. And I'll take and I'll take a glory pic for you. There you go. Giant. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Thanks,
So I'll just
Steve.
check on the thing that you got the photo. Hold on. We'll just... There you go. All good.
Yep.
Chuck it. You can chuck him. You've got the pics. Oh, that's your iPhone or our cloud storage?
I like cloud.
Oh, cloud's all right. Don't worry about it. You like local storage is all right. So now you go to your app and you put your measuring pick first. We're going to just duck around the corner next.
No, go for it.
No, it's all right. I'm just going to all drift down as you do it. So hit.
Right out of the way.
She's right. The crab's on the deck. So go to record catch. Pick the one on the. That's it. Give it access. Allow it access to your photos.
Yes.
Always allow access. You want to say?
Oh yeah, yeah. Keep current selections. Yeah.
Would like,
Right.
yeah. Yep. Hit the yes button.
That'll be
on
right.
there. Yes, perfect.
There we go.
So now go glory photo. Put the glory photo in. So now you go to the gallery again. Put one of your wet fingers. That's what.
Oops. And what have I done?
So you got to go again. Start recording again. Try to dry your finger off too. So wait a sec. Is it? You've done it all.
There's a glory photo.
Yep. So that's that. Ooh, see, that's why you take it on the camera roll, see? So you still have the phone. Go to record catch?
Yeah, what's going on there?
Don't know. And put the glory photo in, yeah. It's going to idle us while we do it, just to keep us out of this junk.
That one.
There's your rotten crab is there. And then make sure you populate it. So your name's there.
Yep.
Pick black brim.
Yep. Length, so we said
380. Was it 380? Yeah.
Yep. So put 380.
380, yep. And then scroll up. Yep, hit submit. And that's
Uploading.
it. Let it upload. And then we'll write it in your score sheet here. What time is it now?
8:13.
8:10 I'll put it down for. So you're in the score sheet. So now if the app goes crazy or something goes crazy, we got the picture of it, we got the score sheet there, we can make your day happen again.
Yep.
So
Awesome, thanks Steve.
So done.
Yep, can't wait for more.
That's it. We can't wait. It's true, we can't wait for more.
Beautiful.
All right, so there's your rod with your crab. You might just want to sort him out a little bit. And I'm just going to go just around the corner. Oops. That's me pulling the kill switch. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was hard there because you got cold, wet fingers, and you soon learn just to dry your hand. Take your time. It all goes no worry. All right, let's get around the corner. Yep. All right.
Well, that one jetty was pretty productive.
Oh, we'll get more off that today. We'll get more fish off that dock, I guarantee it, yep.
I was on the black crash. I don't know what it was called, but
Bit of wind v tide on that corner.
yeah.
Good work.
Thanks, mate.
A 38's about 1.3 kilos.
See, when you said, I was like, oh, I should have cast over this price. But
Go it, yeah, go it.
got to be in it to win it.
Mate, you worry about how you land it after you catch it, not before.
I'll tell you what, I like this new format of only needing 3.
Yeah, so you're a third of the way to your limit. Yeah, that's right. All right, put that back down there. They're all good. I might put that back down. I'll put the key tag back on the... We'll move it around a bit. That's where it is if we're looking for it. Nah, it's all right. Just leave it on the floor. It's all right. Hook it up next time we move somewhere. That's a limit of 24 centimetre fish, nearly right there. So yeah, and then three of them that size, you'll be smashing it. And you've had 2 of them on already. So your other one would have been that size. Yep. How's it going, mate? She going through a rebuild, eh?
Yeah, just the head section. Yeah.
Yep. I was going to say, I hope they don't pull that one out. That's my favourite brim dock.
Oh, right. They would have plenty of tucker here over the last few days.
Oh, yeah.
Smashing all the muscles.
Really? Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that next one up, have you smashed the muscles off it, or was just this one?
No, just when we've been checking the timbers.
Yeah. All the muscles are dying in this joint because of the fresh water.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all falling off
Yeah. No shortage of dead mussels. Yeah. Just let it hit that pole. Yep, there's usually a few sneaky big blacks under this thing, so. Yeah, nah, it's all good. Today and tomorrow. See, the weather turned it on for us today, eh? Shocking. Yep. Yep. We were at Malakuta on the weekend and it was like that. It was just mizzling all day and. Yeah, I've got a few back around on the slipway boat around the corner. Oh, is that where you work around the? Yeah, we've got a few off that one this morning, so it's been good. They don't mind, these docks have got a bit of current on them. Yeah, that's right. All the poor bastards are working. I don't know whether to take this jumper on or off. It's nothing hot or cold. Whenever you get out of the wind a little bit, it's warm. Probably a pinky. It's quite a deep one. This. I'm going to swing us around, fish the front of it. I'll fish these two. I'm going to try. This probably won't work with it all cold if I do it, but. All right.
Yeah, it looked like it was a couple of years ago when you right down lakes and there's rocks growing.
No.
Close down there.
We'll try that later today. I tried it yesterday, couldn't get any, but if we get a limit up here, I'm definitely going to go and try and find them. Because they average 38, 39 centimetres, those ones. They're big units. But yesterday there was epic current down there.
Yeah.
Nah, it was, well, I think it's just the way the wind blows as well. So yeah, actually blowing this way, it may lift the, yeah, it could actually.
Just relax that a little bit more.
Yeah, once you've got one in the box. do the next one.
Duffy's not.
He's doing the bath.
I'm doing the back.
Yeah. Says, yeah, I couldn't do. He's getting too old to do all four of them. It's like, fair enough. I'm getting too old to do all four of them as well. So he'll concentrate on the bass ones. Hobie's on.
Rivers on
Yep.
this weekend as well.
Yep.
Makes sense to turn into a bit of Victorian tour though.
Oh, for us it is, yeah. So it's over 2,000 k's drive to get here. So I'm not coming down 4 times.
No. You've had a pretty wet sort of late spring, summer up there in Queensland too, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been wet everywhere. So. Bream don't care about that. Probably attracts them. They probably hear that and they think all the mussels are going to come down. That's right. I got a couple around the corner.
Sorry?
We got a couple around the corner.
Yeah, okay.
There's a few around.
Are you chasing the brim, are you?
Yeah. Just going to go and get the crab on the rope in here. Put a lure on your sneaky rope underwater there. I'm going to get it off. How are they going? Are they in this year or not?
Sorry?
Have they come in this year? Some years you get them here and some years they don't come in, the bream.
Oh, there's a lot of fish here at the moment.
Yeah.
Small fish.
Little ones.
Yeah, I haven't seen any big ones, but
There's been plenty of salmon around too, eh? Thousands of them.
plenty of salmon, is there?
Yeah. Down, we caught them just down halfway to lakes yesterday.
Size to 'em?
Nah, small, like less than a foot long.
Yeah. The other morning the water was clear and there was just schools and schools of small fish.
Oh yeah,
Little bream,
yeah,
snapper.
bait everywhere. Yep.
Yeah.
Just have to.
Good speed.
Yep. I reckon the lakes is going to get real healthy with this the nets out. You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of nutrients in
Yep.
the water.
Yep. Yeah, so many little bream around, eh?
Biggest bonus
It's going to push us off this one. Just hold us on that one. So, a lot of current this morning there. Just have to push us off because I'm going to back us out of here. Can you push us? Don't go in though. Don't want him to swim. Current. Come on, current. That's more like it. Just grab that end and push the back of the boat around that end. It'd be awesome. Thank you. Thank you. It was a bit awkward with the current. I should have had my eye up for that rope. Oh, did it chew one off? You can buy spare ones. Have a good day. No, today and tomorrow. Yeah, those big ones sometimes just tear it off. Have you missing the floating claw? You got the hook on? Is the hook there? Hook and everything. If you got another crab, I'd swap over to it because you want that second hook on. I normally have a bag full of spare hooks for them, but I left them at home accidentally, so. Yeah, I'm the same. I'll run out of them today too. I didn't bring my spare box. But you know what? Let them die with valour. Yep, you can definitely do that.
You can make it a little bit heavier.
All right, I don't like the current on this at the moment. It's too much. We're going to go back towards Metung. We're going to fish another little row of docks where we've caught them before.
Because I like my chances of skinning them in tiny little treble going one.
Nah, you want two of them. You want them working against each other, eh? It'll be cold when we go back in the corner now.
38 on your weight length. So
About 1.3, 1.2.5, 1.3, something like that. It's handy.
get gypped if you get a short fat. Jip.
I know. Hey, you want the big long skinny ones. You're in second at the moment.
Well, that's all right. Quality over quantity.
That's it.
Makes me more upset about the one I lost.
Yeah, you would be leading at that one. It'd be the same size. It'd be 36 to 38 centimetre fish.
Yeah, I think so.
We're just going to fish this little stretch here. Actually, you know what? Before we fish this, I'm going to duck across and we'll fish the ramp of death.
Yeah.
I did catch a big one off it yesterday. And we'll come back and do these ones. Because if that's good, we can keep going back to that too.
Yeah.
Corey started on this morning, but I don't think he would have got in close enough.
Yeah.
I mean, Daniel Kent did.
Yeah. Where you guys staying down here?
I've got a little house up around the corner. Little Airbnb, yep. We got to have a house to spread out in.
Yeah.
All the gear.
Yeah.
I got a 38 in here yesterday, right at the end.
Beautiful.
So, and it was pretty productive last year. Like it was hard to wear it. I think we called it was windy.
Yeah.
When I say last year, it was probably like 2020, but whatever year that was. I think you really want the wind flogging on it.
Yeah, there was interesting. Yeah, that's right. Declan won it up in Holland.
Yes. Oh, I only caught one fish last year, eh? It was tough. It was a tough year. Yep. Oh, I struggled at the mouth, and then I struggled here as well. So the current's pushing over this. Now, yesterday there was no current on it, so, but we tend to get them right up in this corner up here. It's not in far enough. I remember, I think we caught a big snapper here last year too, actually. It's quite deep. That's where you want it. Oh, I've seen kingies up here. Big kingies, like 80 centimetre ones, proper big ones. Yeah, I want more wind and nastiness on this, I think. There he is. Oh, and that was a pinky. It was a rattle. It was a rattle, rattle, rattle. It felt like a clunk first, and then after that it was. I know what you are. You can throw them up in these ones as well. You can throw them up and drift them down between there. It's a little bit of current there, but if they're suspended up, they'll have a go. Just trying to hold us in a spot that's. Yeah, you got to not get too in love with the place, because if you said, "Oh, I'm going to catch them here this year," then it doesn't set up right. Like the current's wrong, the wind's wrong, then the fish aren't going to be here. They'll be somewhere else where it looks better. Also, a plastic on a heavier head would probably work a bit here to get it down. Yeah. I caught one off the boat ramp, but when the wind blows and crunches on there, yeah, there was more mussels on it, I think, back then. We're just dragging it down the ramp. I think there was also a lot less, there was more wind, less current last year, I think. We'll go back over that other side in a tick. We're just gonna, we can't fish in the marine. I think we fish up into the mouth of it though.
Yeah, okay.
Probably fish this little bit. I'm gonna try it. But you can fish the outside. I've never done that good on the outside wall, to be honest. It looks like it's going to be awesome, but it never is.
Yeah, okay.
It's just a disappointment. Drifted right under. Yeah.
Came right under it.
Nah, I think it's just not setting up right today. That wind yesterday was coming that way. It's when you can hardly fish it is when it fishes the best, I reckon. I don't know. I think you always need it. Nah, probably not. We'll get McGowan will cock block us. The local guys over there, we'll get them to run it. It'll be for locals only. Yeah, there's guys running great tournaments over there. So we'll yep. Oh yeah, we'll definitely have comp. So we're going to get some of the WA guys into the fight, or they might be allowed out of home by then. All right. After this cast, we're going to go back over and fish that line of docks. Mm. One more. So update for the live viewers. I got two. Jack's got one. He's got a nice one, a 30, about 1.25 kilos, and I've got a 40 and a 29, which are about 1.8 kilos between them, I think. So pretty happy with that start. We never usually start that quick here. It was about my 5th cast this morning, I think, and it was a fair old big fish. If it gets boring on the live stream, just go to about 20 minutes in as soon as after in our first stop. All right, let's go back over to the side. This is junk. Junkus McGunkus.
You got a Force 40 for yours, wasn't it? That's a big fish. Almost too big for the ruler.
Nearly had to pull out the big ruler.
The barrel ruler. I suppose that's how you do barra comps. Have they all been
have
for a while?
since
or?
2005. But not on an app. We've used a photograph, give us your card, but been on the app for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, barra guys are all over it.
Yeah.
Can't put those things in a live well. Yeah, you can always do that. Yep.
Do that.
You can take the claws off that one there if you want. Just take the claw off this one. Oh, that one there, yeah. No, do it. You can do it. I've got some more heavies there if you want. They're not the best colours, but I've got a few sitting there. It's drifting the crab down under this dock. If Nick Penpraise is watching, he knows exactly where this is. I got annihilated under this thing. All right, next one up. Yeah, the whole system's alive with bait. Little baby cygnets.
Oh, yeah.
Little balls of fluff.
Is that the current coming in?
Yep. Pushing us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's big. I think it's going to be epic down now, the current either. But it's sucking around this corner, so this is like the most current on this corner. That's why I like these docks, they got the current on them, so harder to fish, but then you get just a little bit in here and there's half the current.
Yeah.
You know, 20 foot in.
Just away from that corner.
Yep. Oh, still a little bit here. It's not nothing. If you haven't got wind or current, you need 2 pound line. And it gets expensive in this joint.
The water level is really up.
I agree. It's high.
That's why Hodges.
Oh yeah, no, he was going down to lakes.
I'm surprised that, with how well he's going, I suppose, because he's not a good spot to go, but no one else sort of goes up there.
They try it.
To North Arm.
They try it. They just can't catch him real good.
Yeah, okay. He's obviously worked it out up there.
He's just. It's I think a fair bit of finesse required up there. So.
Yep.
Got him. Nice. Pinky. Stinky Pinky.
Right up against the door.
Old mate's got a few boats, eh? He's got 4. 4 boats.
Looking in the eye.
I'm not saying he's greedy, but he has got 4 boats. After we finish here, we're going to bounce back to that dock there, and then we're just going to keep on bouncing back to that and try on some other docks. If that's where they're all hanging out, then that's where we'll hang out.
Fish on the new rod, so there's fish on the new rod.
Pinky.
Tiny pinky.
It's all right, no, we're good. Fish it. Not seeing any fish in these ones on the live scope either. Not picking up much. No, not like on the other side. Hey, got me a mussel. Live and clamped on the hook in the mouth. Let's go to the next lot. Don't be afraid when we get up here to throw one back down on the front of this one too. I think this is Dave's place that owns a pub.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't have the meals on last
Yeah, it was. I would have.
week.
Oh, I think they got the COVID staff shortages like everyone. I threw one on the end. You throw one up in the guts here, throwing up the. Just lose the depth and the current on these ones a bit. I'm not going to fish the rest of these because I don't like. They're never good in the good years even. I'm just going to. Let's just duck back across the other side again.
I don't know why more rods don't get made with hook keepers.
I know. I agree. Rightio, let's do this dance again.
Go again.
I like the black. The other things you can't really do this as much.
No, yeah.
Unless there's an epic school where they're fighting each other. Yeah, they get smart real quick. I'm not saying black bream are dumb. I just said they're not as smart. And I like this with this wind blowing on it too. It seems to bit of wind against current on it. Yep. Sort of the same as what the ramp of death was last year, but on the other side. This arse end should swing around. Put the power pole there, maybe it might be able to hold this better. When it gets shallow enough, it should hold on the edge here. Come on, mate, hold on. It's not going to do it, is it? Now it's grabbing. Oh, that's all right. It's a decent setup. Fish all of this. So you should be able to cast all the way along here now to. And we're not making noise like with the electric. We just got the. Oh yeah. Well, that's not all I got. All I got on now is a live scope. So.
Yeah, I reckon what is that from like the third or fourth?
Yeah, yeah. So they're obviously all the way out, you know. So we've got one out there, one in here now. So, and you hook that other one out sort of wide. So. Just work every pylon. And it could be on any pylon. Did you get a bit of putty on the bottom of it?
Yeah, I didn't realise. I thought they were just if you got to glue them.
Oh, do you?
I didn't have any
Do you want to? I got. They're not the right colour. Oh, they might be the right colour.
I've got another heavy trap. I can just use the other. I just got to put a claw back.
Ah,
on the
okay.
other one. I'll just put a claw back.
All right.
On the other one. Okay.
I'm gonna probably have to go get some of the Savo too. I forgot my spare box. So normally I can fix them up. I've got spare legs and spare claws and spray paint. so you can sort of panel beat them back. Yeah, mate, go for it. There's more in there. There's a few different sorts of them in the little hatch there in the lid, under the lid, if they're too big. Caught me another mussel. Hey, it's 2 mussels in 2 casts. I know where the brimmer up there. Live mussels. That's it. Do the brave cast. You hook up, run up the front again. Okay, we'll go get it. That's out. Got it. Yep. All right, we'll go back out the front, throw another few casts on the front of it, and we're going to move again. Now it's cold again. It's supposed to be gradually dropping today, the wind it said on it ain't going to do it. I don't mind if it blows this all day. It's good. This is all right for us. I haven't got any on live scope, no. They'll be kicking around. We'll give them a couple of hours rest this time. We'll go do a few more things, and there might be a morning spot. They might like it when there's a shade on it for some reason. So I'll have it worked out by the time we have to leave. Just going to do one wide cast because I remember there seemed to be there's a reef out here on this side. A little bit of current pushing back that way, not just wind. All right, let's go and nah, it's big tides at the moment or big water movement for some reason. So It's going to duck in a little creek here. There's a few ones in there we're going to fish, which have had their moments in the past. They're all good.
Say, God, what's down the back?
Oh, yeah. Daryl Baird's got his 5. 2.8 kilos. Good on you, Daz.
That's who Dad's with.
Oh, is he? Cool. Oh, well, let's have a look, see how Dad's going.
He might be getting schooled.
Nah, you're still coming second. Yeah, he's getting schooled at the moment.
He's only got the one.
Your old man's on 6th at the moment with 1. So it's not easy out there.
No. It's not a big bag for Daryl though. Yeah, they were launching over at Painesville.
Yeah. Gonna go and fish these couple of little, there's a few little docks here we're going to give a go to.
Yep.
Oh, you haven't even got big bream at the moment. Actually,
You haven't?
no, non-boater, you're coming second. Neil Fleming's got 3 for 2.5 kilos. No, I think I have in the boaters, but in the non-boaters, biggest bream, you're sitting on big bream at the non-boaters, which gets you nothing, I think. You've got to get biggest bream overall.
That's it.
Gets your bragging rights.
Yeah, that's it.
No, I like the live scoreboards. I just like, when I see people catching fish, I'm like, good.
No, that's good.
We're happy customers catching fish. Malakuta was off the charts how many people were catching them.
That's amazing. Very few people didn't get there.
They used to have this boat sitting sideways. I've changed this. I only see it once a year. So we fish this little marina, this little cluster of boats in here have been successful. No, I've never caught a fish on them. So I've given up going to them. Sneak on in. Yeah. When the water's clear in here, just you can see them swimming around. It's pretty epic in here. You always got to sort of come in real slow and sneak up on them, and then you can see them. Their head sticking out of the boats. But this that stain in the water makes it a little bit harder to see. I didn't see any yesterday, really. Yeah, could get them biting more, but actually just pleasant in here.
Yeah.
Not cold.
Get out of the cold.
Still, water temp's 21.4. That's it's still pretty nice. See, normally you see a lot of digs on these banks. I'm not seeing many new digs on there. At Malakuta, man, you could see some digs where we were at. There were hundreds of pock marks all over the joint.
Digging in the mud and the
Yep,
rock and the-
yeah. But I didn't see many digging, but I saw where they have been digging. So,
There's often there, people talk about seeing mudding and
yeah. But I think you couldn't because the water was dirty. You know, it's the same as this. You can't see them in 2 foot of water, it's dirty. So when the water's clear, yeah, we go up along the bank so you can see, when you see a few digs and clear outs around snags, you can fish it, but they're typically just 1s and 2 fish and they're hard to catch. I'd prefer to find a patch of them where they were fighting over your lure.
that's part of it, isn't it? Numbers game. If you can find concentration,
Mm,
a bit more competition.
that's right.
How far do they go up there, Trent?
Well, I don't think the creeks go very far. No. They're sort of little dead ends. It's only very shallow in here, but oh, I've caught some. I've actually caught really a big yellowfin in here once too. Like I didn't know what he was doing up here, lost, but there he was. No, no, definitely don't push too far past Metung, I don't think. I reckon I've caught one at Paynesville once before. Yeah, I don't reckon the yellows are all lined up at Holland's Landing. You know, when your boat's got lichens on it, you're probably not trying that hard anymore. Yeah. Go under this, I reckon. I reckon we're going to make it under it. I just have to lift it over the camera and the power poles.
Oh, you can go under.
Yeah, why not? I think we can. So yeah, just lift that over as the engine and power poles as we go. Let's pull it through. Thank you very much. Just watch your rod hanging out the side. I'll grab that. I'll grab that. Yeah, nothing wrong going with the difficult side. Yeah, I reckon a bend would be all right in there, eh? If they were going to come up to her. I've caught them in bents in Paynesville, in Newlands Arm there, yeah. Nice clear water, shallowy sort of stuff up there. Mm. Yep. No, around the docks. Bit of both, but when you, because they get schools of fish hanging around the docks there. Yep. Oh yeah, it's awesome in there. They get digging up in there and. Yeah, he's a freak though. Just got the twitch just right.
Amazing fish tactics.
Yeah, I do yank him in. I just reckon it's like a sort of like a shrimp skipping across the top. I must admit, I do like a big black bream stalking it when you can see him. You can see him sitting underneath it and just. Nah, you couldn't see him, so I just had to slow it down a fair bit. And you could actually tell the yellowfins. The yellowfins would charge it and splash it, you know. And we did catch quite a few yellowfins, and then the blacks would just get him trying to suck it down. Yeah. And then some of them, you know, as you rip it under, the black would grab it. You wouldn't even see it swirl or anything. It'd just be gone because they'd eat it so delicately. So it's all just weed flat up through here. So. Might be little salmons or something there kicking around. No, not feeling it.
No, it's just not
Nothing here, is there?
really following us.
No swirls, no spooking fish. I've got nothing I'm seeing on the live scope. Alright, let's go back out then and face the music. I might put my jumper back on. It's getting cold. I think it's actually getting colder again.
Is that deeper right there?
Yeah, should be right. Should be fine, yeah. Nice heat on the way out.
Definitely seems the fact that, you know, there's current, there's wind.
Yeah, I like that.